to Little Lambs. My name's Miss Shalom. I'm so glad you joined me today. In Little Lambs, we get started by singing our song together. Ready? Here we go. Open them, close them, open them, close them. Give a little clap. Open them, close them, open them, close them. Fold them in your lap. Shh. It's time to hear God's story. We're going to lay out our story quilt. Today's story is about harvest time, and we hear about a man from the Bible named Moses. Moses was a grown-up man, and God asked him to lead his people to a new land. I'm going to put this shawl on and pretend that I'm Moses, okay? Just pretend. Okay, yep, I'm the grown-up Moses. Today, I want to tell you something that God told his people a long time ago. God saved me and my people from a wicked king and promised to bring us to a new land. On our way, the great God gave us commandments to tell us how to live. And God said, "This is my commandment, that you love one another." And now we're going to listen to a song about that. Just a minute while I turn it on. Those words said, "This is my commandment, that you love one another, that your joy may be full." Let's sing it together one more time without the music. This is my commandment, that you love one another, that your joy may be full. This is my commandment, that you love one another, that your joy may be full. Good job. All right, let's continue in our story. Then God told us how to obey his commandments. One thing God told us was this: honor me in the fall when you gather your crops from the field. Exodus 23:16. Let's read that again. God said, "Honor me in the fall when you gather your crops from the field." God's people obeyed. They brought grain for making bread. Oh, look, I have some grain right here. This is my grain bucket, and today I have corn. Oh, more grain. They brought grain for making bread. They brought loaves of bread baked just right. Oh, here's some bread. Loaves of bread. I'm going to gather it in my basket. Here's our grain. Bread. More bread. More bread. More bread. And more bread. And more bread. Wow, our harvest is getting big. They brought fruit for making juice. Oh, here's the fruit. They brought fruit for making juice. Well, this is a carrot, but this is fruit. Apples and grapes and peaches. Put it in our harvest basket. More fruit. A pear. More fruit. Grapes. More fruit. Oranges. They brought fruit for making juice. Soon the people had gathered a big offering for God. Then God said, "Do not do your work today. Come together and praise me." Even the little children sang praises to our great God. And God said one more thing. Do not bring all of your grain and fruit from the fields. Leave some for poor people who do not have enough to eat. Always remember, I am your God. Let's pray. Dear God, thank you for your good gifts to us. Help us to honor and praise you. Amen. Okay, I'm done pretending that I'm Moses and telling you about the people obeying God's commandments about bringing in the crops from the field. And remember at the end, he said, leave some in the field for the poor people who don't have enough to eat. So I wanted to tell you something today while I show you the story card. Here's the harvest time story card. There's Moses, and there's the people bringing fruit and grains and bread. This year, let's definitely make Thanksgiving a God-honoring celebration. You can make displays of pumpkins or sheaves of wheat or shocks of corn, or you can draw pictures of those things and gather around it and sing, God is so good. God is so good goes like this. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. Let's do it one more time. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. He's so good to me. You can also play hide and seek and pretend you're in a farmer's field. You can admire all the lush, colorful produce like apples and oranges and grapes at the grocery store next time you go. You could bring a hot meal to a family in need. You can turn these little actions into yearly traditions, and it will help you all learn wonderful ways to honor God. Another thing you can do for Thanksgiving is gather pretend leaves, if you have some, or real leaves from outside. There's not very many left right now, I know, but I bet you could find some, and glue them on a paper. This says Luke 17:11 through 19. Happy Thanksgiving. Another thing you could do with your Play-Doh, I picked red, green, yellow, and orange today because I thought those looked like the colors of fruit and grain. After you roll it flat, if you have any play food, you could roll your food into the Play-Doh and see what textures it makes. I think the corn and the grapes would make cool patterns in the Play-Doh. Thanks for coming to Little Lambs. Lammy and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.